Ah, Chili's. It's quite the joint, isn't it? Okay. So clearly by watching my videos, if you have, for your sake I hope that you haven't, but if you have, you would know that I used to work at Chili's. I worked at Chili's for about a year, and then I quit last year, so I started working there like 2 years ago. It was a really interesting job to have, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, a lot of interesting things happened at Chili's. I wasn't a server, I was a hostess. You know those people, like, when you walk in and they're just like standing at the door, and they're usually like female teenagers, and they're always like, "Welcome to Chili's!" That was me. You always had to have like this fake smile on your face because they kept telling you, you need to smile. Why do I need to smile? What? That's fake. I'm not happy to be here. Why do I need to smile? Like, do you want me to lie to these people? Sorry. But they requested that we have a smile on our face, which I get it. You want to make it seem like we're pleasant here. That was a request. We had to have a smile on our face, had to be friendly, had to deal with people's bullshit even when they were being complete, like, assholes. We had to put up with that because the customer's always right. Actually, no, you're not. Actually, if you go into a restaurant and you're an asshole, turns out that you're actually fucking wrong. I do have stories from Chili's. If you are interested in hearing them, I'm guessing you are if you clicked on this video. If you're not interested, fucking get out of my swamp. One of the first things that I want to discuss is, this actually has to do with my managers. Usually it's the customers pissing me off, but you know, sometimes my managers piss me off too. I'm working at Chili's, you know, standing at my hostess desk, you know, where I spend most of my time. Most of the time when I was at that hostess desk, I spent most of my time coloring in the children's menus and doing the mazes, tic-tac-toe. I was bored sometimes. Sometimes it was really quiet up there. So my manager comes up to me. I'm gonna call her Sharon. Sharon comes up to me and she is like, "Hey, you're doing a great job." When she says that, I know that I'm not. She says, "You know, I know you're doing a good job, but I have one request for you. I would like to, if you could, when people come through the door and you are walking to seat them, I would like you to ask why they're here." She wants me to ask them why they're here. I'm like, lady, I don't know if you saw the sign outside, but we're at Chili's. Like, why do you think they're here? What else besides eating fajitas and talking shit about people as a family is there to do? Like, what else is there to do here? Why do I have to ask them why they're here? That's kind of rude. Like, like picture this. I'm not a socially awkward person. I'm generally a very outgoing person. I love talking to people, you know, I'm not afraid to like go up to people and say something. I'm not afraid to say things to people. That being said, with what I had to say to people, I was kind of awkward about it, because that's a very awkward question to ask someone who's coming into a restaurant to just have some lunch. And when I'm nervous, I tend to actually get awkward, and I tend to not be able to, this is gonna sound pathetic, but I can't do two things at once because my mind is focusing on one thing. So it's like, if I'm nervous about saying something, my mind is completely 100% focused on that. So that being said, for some reason, the first time like a family came in and I had to ask them why the fuck they were in Chili's, I couldn't walk and talk at the same time. In my mind was 100% on, okay, I have to ask them this question. It's a really stupid question, and they're gonna think it's stupid, and they're gonna give me shit. So that was what was on my mind. So for some reason, when I asked it, I just stopped walking. So imagine, you're walking into Chili's, you know, it's a nice Sunday afternoon, you know, you come back from church, you come back from God's sacred domain, and you just want some quesadillas and some freaking guacamole. So imagine this blonde chick is standing at her hostess desk, you know, just welcoming you to Chili's! And you're just like, yes, I would love to be welcomed into your Chili's. Would you like a booth or a table, sir? And you're just like, I would like a booth, because everybody wants a booth, don't they? We're all happy, we're skipping to my loo, and halfway to your, requested booth, you know, the hostess just, like, stops and turns to you and says, why are you here? Like, your face just, like, kind of goes dark, and you're just like, are we not welcome here? And then the host is staring back at you and is just like, why are you here? Kids, get in the car, we need to go. We need to go. Because that is literally what happened. That is literally what happened. I asked someone why they were there and they gave me the weirdest look, like as if they weren't supposed to be there. And that's literally what it seems like. It's like, why are you here? Of all places, like there's a Pepe's down the road. There's a Wendy's right over there too. Fucking, like, you want chips and salsa? Really? Really? You want some steak? Some Tex-Mex food? Well, too fucking bad, because you're not welcome here. Because you know what? Sharon doesn't want you here. Sharon wants me to ask you why you are here, to make you feel like you're unwelcome, because she doesn't want you here. I don't want you here. Why are you here? Anyway, that's a true story of what happened, and they actually did give me a very weird look, and they were just like, we're here to eat food. Like, I mean, they didn't know how else to answer the question. I mean, they weren't lying. They were there to eat food, and we had these radio things that were, it was like a walkie-talkie type thing with like a headpiece type thing, and you would like say into the thing, you'd be like, hey, yeah, 4 people at table 23. And then you would say it over the thing, and then the manager would get it and be like, okay, there's 4 at 23, notify a waiter or something. So she wanted me, when I seated people, to tell her how many people were there, what table number, and then the upgraded version, why they were there. For like about 2 hours, I was just going around saying, they want to eat. They're here because they want to eat. They're here because they're hungry. They're here because they want food. Are you seeing a pattern here, Sharon? So after a while, I get this guy, and he comes in, and he's hungry. That's why he's there. And I start leading him to his table, and I ask him, why are you here? And he responds with, I'm here to get my car fixed. Yeah, he was there to get his car fixed. I believe it. So, that was what he said. So, I said over the intercom, 1 at table 15, and he is here to get his car fixed. I wasn't lying. That's what he said. For a bit, and I believe this was a different day, but like all the managers wanted me to do this. For a while, that guy like gave me an idea. I started going around and just started being completely sarcastic and trying to make them see how stupid of a question it is to ask someone why they're in Chili's. For the entire day, I went around saying, hey, this guy's here because he's here for his colonoscopy. He's here to get a prostate exam. The guy at table 25 is here because he hates Chili's. I know that there are a lot of restaurants that like ask like, oh, what brings you in today and stuff, and even phrased like that, I think it's a weird question, because it's like, what brings me? I wanted to eat here, okay? I guess it's like they wanted to know like when someone was having a birthday or something. But people, when they have a birthday, either, okay, here's the thing about people who go to restaurants for their birthdays. They're one of 2 people. One, they're people who announce it to the heavens that it's their fucking birthday. They announce it to the gods. Hey, it's my fucking birthday. Get me some free cake. Which we did do that. We gave people free cake on their birthday. So, of course, if it was their birthday, they would announce it. 2, the second type of people that are the people that want to keep the fact that it's their birthday a secret to avoid, like, because they don't want the attention. They don't want people to sing happy birthday to them. They don't want people to be like throwing confetti in their salad that they're trying to eat. Okay, so it's like they wanted to find out when it was people's birthdays. You don't need to, because either you will definitely 100% know because it's the first type of person, or it's the second type of person, which in that case, you need to leave them the fuck alone. I definitely have more stories about Chili's. Like I said, it was a very eventful place to work. When you work in restaurants, you meet a lot of interesting people, a lot of fun people, a lot of dickwads. I'll get into that more later. You never know what's gonna happen when you show up to work. You never know. You meet all these like different personalities, all these different people that are like living their own individual lives, and it's kind of interesting to see what kind of people you meet, you know? You make friends. Working at restaurants can be very fun, but it can also be very stressful and very weird. So, if you're up for that, apply to Chili's and welcome people to Chili's. I know that even after quitting Chili's, a year later, I'm still welcoming people to Chili's. I don't even work there. Thank you for watching this video through. I'm sure it was a very difficult thing to do. If you want to hear more stories about my adventures at Chili's, like the video, because I have at least 20 more. So, toodaloo and welcome to Chili's.